Hey there, Libras. How we doing? Welcome to your March 2025 Kabbalistic Tarot card reading. Let's get right into it. Call upon the Iao, that Dalai Son Haru, the great angel, son of the operation of the secret wisdom, to lay his invisible hands upon these consecrated cards of art, that thereby we may obtain knowledge of him, things to the glory of thy ineffable name. Amen. Alrighty. Libra, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, all the information to do so should be in the description below. This will be a Tree of Life spread, and we'll be using 2 trees because we'll be using 11 different Sephiroth. We'll be using Dath, or knowledge. It's not popular. A lot of people don't use it. Many people say use 10, not 11, use 10, not 9. I like it, and it gives us some good insights. So this will be a Tree of Life slash Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil. So we're biting that apple, so to speak. And I'll explain what it means when we get into it. We'll be using Thoth Tarot, and I will personally be dedicating this reading, not as a joke, but seriously, I'm dedicating this reading to Michelle Trachtenberg, who was born on October 11th, 1985, and died today, February 26, 2025. And if you're not up to date in your astrology, she was a Libra. She was also a Queen of Swords. So that's it. Dedicating it to her, but it's really for everyone who's watching, or anyone who's watching. If you have any Libra placement, or if you're a cross watcher, welcome. All right, cut the deck, and we'll make the tree, and we'll see what we got. All right, 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Here we go. In the all, or pure consciousness, we have the 9 of discs. In wisdom, Libra, you have the Princess of Wands. In understanding, you have the Devil, Capricorn energy. Entering into your world of creation, you have the Prince of Cups, Libra energy. In your power, you have the Star. In truth, you have the Queen of Swords. Alright, entering into your world of formation, or plane. Formation, your world of victory, you have the Sun. In your splendor, you have the Ace of Swords, root the power of air. In your foundation, or your support, you have the Magus. And in your manifestation, or your embodiment, you have the Princess of Discs. And in Dath, or knowledge, you have the Prince of Wands. Very interesting. All right, thank you, Spirit. And thank you, Libra, for being here. Cheers. This is an interesting looking tree. There's a lot of, there's 5 people cards. So you are hanging out with a lot of different people. Well, those two of these could be Libra. So we'll get into it. So you have 1, 2, 3 majors, 4 majors, wow, and 2 smalls. All right. In your pure awareness, you have the 9 of discs. This is a pretty sweet card. 9s are culmination. 9s are after you hit the place of mastery at 8, and you continue to culminate as much as you can or as much as you want, personally. So this is an individual who has plenty, who has a wide domain in the area of change, which is what discs are about. Anything that can be changed. So you're taming nature, you're making a profit, you're changing things for the better. You're growing to be independent. As a Libra. It's something kind of new for you, I feel. It's kind of a major thing for you. And you are aware of this. Not sure what to do with it. And we're not doing anything with anything yet. We're just addressing the pure awareness. It's up here, top of the head, right? We're not even here yet, okay? So, here it is. Your pure consciousness is represented by the Nine of Discs, Lord of Gain. You are setting out and being independent and very aware of it in your personal tree. Okay, or your tree of life. Now, that expands out into what you could call revelation, what many people call wisdom, or the observer. I like wisdom. You have the Princess of Wands. Now, the Princess of Wands is Earth of Air, which means she's action that comes from the body, kind of like impulsive, right? She's spontaneous. Excuse me, I have a cold. She encourages living in a spontaneous and stimulating way. And once she gets an idea or a feeling, more a sensation to do something, she does it. Without a second's thought. She doesn't even put on pants before leaving the house. So, yeah. Libra, in your wisdom, your hot expansive force in the world of emanation, which is just prayer and ideas. Well, these are all ideas, but your wisdom is informing you that it's time to move on something, right? You know, you have that Nine of Discs. Maybe it's time to get out of a relationship, perhaps, or move out of a certain situation, or move towards something that you've been wanting for a very long time, perhaps. Or perhaps something a little bit more nefarious. She's potentially violent. She's, as I said, impulsive. She's passionate. She's sudden in anger or love. She's brave, but she's unreliable. All right. What's interesting for you, Libra, is you're not the best at making decisions, but in your world of emanation, your first impulse, your first thought, your first observance is to take action, to do something. You feel it. It's cool. That high expansive force turns into cool consolidated form in the world of emanation, comes out as understanding or birth, or what is observed. I like understanding, so the devil is what you need to understand. Devil is measurement. All right? And the tree of life, the Hermetic tree of life, the devil's path goes from truth to splendor, personal localized consciousness into the way and the how, right? It sees physical things, physical generation as a way of being. In layman's terms, it likes stuff, and it wants to become something, right? That's why you got the sperm here, and the balls, and the shaft, and all that stuff. It's eye in, the eye, right? Have this eye right here, and the third eye. Your eye is drawn to something. And personally, when I've gotten this card in the place of understanding, I was drawn to something that I didn't quite understand, and in sort of many ways I still don't. But that's on me, and this is about you, Libra. So, what else could this mean? This is encountering your shadow, right? It's attachment to identity, it's attachment to work, it's temptation, it's desire, it's possibly vice. Not a terrible vice, there are many, many vices, but this could be leading to that. It is leading to that. It's it's called the lightning path. You can't see it here because you can't, but this is leading to that. Force turns into the form of the devil. You want to become some kind of form. You want to have some kind of measurement that is pleasing to you. There's something you feel you need to have to be balanced. You might feel a little chained to it. You might be a little thirsty for something. It might not necessarily be power, but it might be power adjacent, if that makes sense. And who can blame you with gain and your pure awareness? You want to do something with that. But with gain, you want to be, we went over gain. Let's go into death. All right. So this Sephiroth is how you are showing up in the world, right? This is the head of the second tree, the head of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And it's the same tree, it just has a different head. So we'll be going back and forth between gain and the Prince of Swords, in and out, throughout all of March, okay? But this is how you'll be showing up to the rest of the world. Prince of Wands. Now the Prince of Wands is someone who's very optimistic, who wants you to approach life with an open and confident manner, okay? Increase self-reliance, unapologetic, potentially, actually violent. What else with the Prince of Swords? Prince of Wands, yeah. It's air of fire, so in the way that the Princess of Wands gets a feeling inside and goes with it, when the Prince of Wands gets an idea in his head, he moves with it. Yeah. Not in a bad way though. He's a leader. He can be a hero. Does warn against spontaneous satisfaction of desires at the expense of long-term goals, right? So these two cards, you're at the head of your two different trees. They're a little bit at odds with each other. The Nine of Discs is more solid and foundational. Prince of Wands is a little bit more, I have an idea, let's go do it. Is this gonna fuck everything up? I kind of don't care, but okay, we'll take it back and we'll go back into the Nine of Discs, right? So, this is your knowledge. You have the knowledge that you can, have ideas and go out and take action on them, right? So you're also Libra and you're changeable, right? So you go back and forth. And there's something here in your understanding that you may feel chained to, right? Maybe a relationship, it could be just anything, right? It could be an idea that you feel chained to. And it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing, right? And people feel chained to religion or a certain place. It's also, the devil's also a representation of an angel, right? And what are angels? They're so many things, but they kind of are messengers of God, and the devil is Uriel, the light of God. What that means exactly, I'm not sure, but it sounds great, and that's something else that you need to understand. You have to do my work for me. No, but the Uriel light of God, he shows you what's there. It's also a warning of negative impulses, so be careful of that, right? Any impulses that you may be repressing, careful of that. Any unhealthy relationships, anything where it feels like you want to just do something that's against the rules, careful of that. Don't even be careful, just bring awareness to it and try to receive it or understand it. Okay, now we're entering into your world of creation, inspiration. Your Sephiroth of love, or generosity, or confidence. I like love. You have the Prince of Cups. This is very Libra. A few Libras are Prince of Cups. Don't matter. Prince of Cups is dark, mysterious. Is air of water. So he or she is motivated by their emotions, right? He encourages you to express those emotions or let yourself get carried away by a flight of fancy. Warns against simulated emotional gushing, which means just pretending to feel something when you're not really feeling it. You don't have to do that. Now, this character is dark and I already said that. Mysterious. It's a seducer, a charmer, someone who is tender and romantic, who's doing some inner work, right? Perhaps some kind of social commitments. Yeah. These people, these kind of people, the Prince of Cups, they can be difficult to read because they have a warm personality, but they also have a secret violence. And they can be gushingly enthusiastic too, out of nowhere. So I feel like this isn't you necessarily, but this is how you are showing up in your world of hot expansive force in the plane of creation, right? You're feeling very inspired by your emotions to do something, but you're not being very forthcoming with it, or you're being very secretive about it, you're playing it close to the vest, or maybe you're not even sure what it is yet. But you're letting your knowledge and your intuition come together to form something, right? I feel like you're very focused, Libra, in your world of love. Okay, so that, again, contracts into form. In your plane of creation, inspiration, you have the star, Aquarian energy. This is your power. All right. And the star is natural intelligence. Its main function is meditation. It's just about kind of looking towards the future with a spirit of hope and trust, right? It's right after the tower, and she comes in and says, it's okay, you got this, it's fine. It's having a good relationship with yourself. It's energy work, perhaps. It's uniqueness. It's finding your calling. Big stuff, I know. If this deals with career, which it could be, it's beginning a proprietor's career, so it's good. Or it's defining your own career, defining your position. If it's in love, it's a promising relationship, right? It's a good card. Especially to have in your power. Could also be a challenge. If I see this working to your benefit, it's under the rulership of Mars currently on this tree, so you are really fighting in your world of creation here, or plane. You can only say world so many times. You're really fighting to make things right. That's not to say that you've messed things up, but you want to bring a balance to all this energy, this Nine of Discs, this impulse with the Princess of Wands, and this feeling of not being able to follow that impulse with the Devil. You're trying to figure it out, and you're trying to heal it. And that's good. One, it means you're making decisions and you're taking action. You're fighting for your life in a certain way. Okay. Mild expansion into a harmony of those two. Sephiroth, Tipareth classically is known. Personal localized consciousness. I like truth. Some people like harmony or beauty. But your truth here is the Queen of Swords. She is assertive, she's sharp. She perceives her dependencies and frees herself from them. That could be relevant to you, Libra, because you have some dependencies here, potentially, that you need to free yourself from. And it looks like you may be doing that with the Queen of Swords, right? She's the harmony of the Prince of Cups and the Star. So, you may have certain emotions that you need to work on, right? She encourages you rationalizing in a crystal clear manner, and then proceeding in an independent, clever, and skillful way, right? She's very confident. She's self-reliant. She's critical. She's clever. She has a presence of mind. She knows what she's doing, right? She's got the head off the god. She knows it. It's okay. She's familiar with pain. Yeah. All that is to say is that she's ready for a fight. And when she speaks up, people listen. And this is coming up as your truth. And this is also Libra energy, as well as the Prince of Cups. I feel like you're integrating that Prince of Cups into the Queen of Swords as we work down the tree via the lightning path, Libra. Okay? So, let's check out your world of formation. In victory, you have the sun. Sun is used as a metaphor for the way the mind illuminates the entire universe. The sun is what's in the Hermit's lantern, and it represents the mind. That's what it is. It moves from splendor into automation, right? So it's really easy. It's collecting intelligence. It's nice feelings. It's rewards. It's success. It's truth. It's enjoying the sunny side of life. It's kind of happiness where you don't have to put any effort into it, and you just kind of lay back and just kind of let things go. Interesting that it's in victory or nektak here, because that's usually more emotional and deals with will and tensing and stuff like that. But here, your victory is telling you, just relax, and you'll have your time in the sun. Finding life's joys in the carefree, original state. Also encourages you to strive for some kind of culmination, a peak, a high point, in a confident and optimistic way. If there's something that you want that you feel is good for you, something you want that is good for you, go for it. And you will attain victory. Your high expansive force in your world of formation. Things are coming together. From that, we have cool consolidated form, turns into splendor. In there, you have this, the Ace of Swords, root of the power of air. Now, aces are offerings from the divine, right? This here is an offering of something that you can do different, right? Because swords are anything that you can differentiate. And here, in your world of formation, after you become the Queen of Swords, your formation says, look, you can do something different. There's still stuff you love to do, and that will not chain you down, and is not that hard to do. You don't want to put all your energy in it. You won't put all your eggs in one basket anywhere, but this will bring life to you. This will make you feel alive, Libra. Not overindulgent with it, but whatever your idea here is, when you take a step back from that sun and you really think, and you understand and you clarify, and then you decide something, that's when the splendor comes. That's when it comes. Venus is your rulership, so this has a big say about what's going on with you. And Saturn is your exaltation, which I don't understand, but it is. Exaltation is where you like to hang out, and this is where you like to hang out. But this has more of a say, okay? Venus is love and relationships and the creation of relationships and all that stuff. Very interesting combo right here for you. You want to be chained down to something, perhaps maybe because you don't want to be making certain decisions. But your rulership's telling you go for the sun. Or go into the sun. Or stay in the sun. Because if you do, something's going to hit you. An offer. that offer's going to, it's going to take some doing. You're going to have to actually accept it and then put effort into it if you want it to turn into a Two of Swords, which is the Moon in Libra. All right? Speaking of Moon in Libra, let's move over to your foundation, your support, ruled by the Moon. You have the Magus of Power, Mercurial energy, transparent intelligence. It's all about communication and learning and being adaptable, right? And self-realizations and having confidence in yourself and proficiently mastering situations, right? He's the ultimate master of meditation, of all the disciplines, okay? And this is your foundation. This is what all the rest of your tree is built upon. So, communication is key for you in the month of March. With whom? I have no idea. Maybe it's with yourself, but there it is. His wand channels, or her wand channels, the higher self into the lower self. You are changing for the better. Definitely changing for the better. But again, don't let your whims carry you away, so to speak. I see here definitely there's a desire here for you to be independent. If there's anyone to do it, it's the Magus. Yeah. This is a good foundation. You know who you are, or I should say, you know yourself. You know what you need to do, and you have the skills, Libra. This card says it's time to act on those skills. Make it happen, whatever it is. Whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Don't climb a clock tower, but whatever is in here, in your rulership, that is just nice to you. That's aesthetically pleasing to you, perhaps. Find a way to communicate that to yourself. And this idea with the Ace of Swords, get real clear on that. And the Magus will support you all the way. Your manifestation, your embodiment, and your world of participation. The material world here, the blah, blah, blah. You hear the Princess of Discs. All right, what all this is adding up to is a Princess of Discs, okay? I like her right there because, well, that's where I put my princesses, and that's where a lot of people put their princesses because they are of Earth. Manifestation, Malkuth is about the Earth plane, okay? Now she's innocent. She's willing to let herself be fructified, which means that she's willing to let herself grow. And she's willing to let other people help her grow, right? She's serious, she's diligent, she's kind, she's naive, but she's strong. And she can accept a fructifying impulse to change and then creatively translate that impulse and wisdom, right, into reality through, I should show you like this, right, through the Magus, back up here to the Queen of Swords, knowing what it is you need to do. Because the tree going down, you have the lightning path, and that's where each sapphire creates the next. But each one going down is a reflection of the one that's on top of it or below it. So, change for the better, right? Being very generous, being patient, giving things time, and being in the body, right? Listening to the body. That's what the Princess of Discs does. She's very down to earth. She's also, very interesting meaning, I find, she's about to become aware of a great secret. Whatever that is, I don't know. For me, it's different every time. But you are about to learn something about yourself, or the world, or both. And you're not going to shout it from the rooftops, but it's going to be like, oh, okay. Okay, got it. And then through redintegration, and you go right back up the tree to your pure awareness, where you're the master of change, if you want to say it. It's material gain, but it's the ultimate culmination of change. And that is the theme of this reading here, right now, is change. There's change all over the place. No death card, but there's change all over the place. The only places where I don't see change are the devil, and that's your exaltation. Maybe that kind of makes sense. With all this change going on, you want to be tied down to something because you are changeable. No one likes too much change, Libra. But you're doing it. You're putting in the work. You're making the right calls. You're moving in the right direction. And again, you have the skills to do whatever it is you need to do. And you're doing it. It's not going to feel easy. It's not going to feel simple. It's maybe hard times to hold back. But if you can do all those things and stay focused, stay on the path you need to stay on, and you know what that is, I don't, but you do, you'll be fine as wine, okay? If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these in the future, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one, Libra. Thanks for being here. Much love. Bye-bye.